Superstar performer Taylor Swift, winner of nearly 400 awards and over 900 nominations, is not shy about speaking her mind and engaging her fans and others on social media. She recently came to a solution over the lack of ownership of her first 6 albums when all the masters to her work were sold by Scooter Braun for $300 million. Swift made the decision to re-record all 6 albums, including Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, and Reputation, starting with Fearless, released in 2008. Earlier this month, she released an updated version of Love Story and has been hinting at a spring re-release of the entire album. Prior to that decision, Swift won a civil suit aimed at an ex-DJ regarding a sexual assault matter, and now her legal team is countering a lawsuit made by Utah's Evermore Park. Taylor Swift just attacked Netflix in a more recent clash, however, and was not prepared to share the celebration of Netflix's success at the 2021 Golden Globe Awards. Swift took to online media to join in on the protesting being voiced by her fans about a line on the Netflix series Ginny Georgia. The artist felt the line in the show is deeply sexist, among other things. In this video, we're going to look at Swift's flap over Netflix and the Ginny Georgia Netflix show, as well as recent news about her lawsuit over the most recent album, Evermore, and the cancellation of the postponed Loverfest shows. Hey Ginny Georgia, 2010 called and it wants its lazy, deeply sexist joke back, Taylor Swift tweeted recently. Swift then made her thoughts known that she considered the line in the show degrading to hard-working women and not funny. Swift added to her tweet, after Miss Americana, this outfit doesn't look cute on you, and included a broken heart emoji and a sarcastic swipe about Women's History Month. Swift also attached a screenshot to her tweet of a black screen with the offensive captioned line from the show's script. Quote, "What do you care? You go through men faster than Taylor Swift." The show Ginny Georgia is targeted at younger audiences, and the script contains a lot of derisive quips. The show went viral on Twitter last week with discussions over the quality of its writing, and Taylor Swift fans making their unhappy thoughts known loud and clear. Swift is well known to have been in a relationship for a number of years, so jokes about having lots of boyfriends seems to many to be not just off-putting, but out of touch and not at all current. The line Taylor Swift and others found offensive was spoken by the character Ginny, played by 23-year-old actress Antonia Gentry, as she has an argument with her mom, Georgia, played by Brienne Howie. Defenders of the Netflix show and its creators shot back that the line in the script should be considered in the context of a spiteful conversation between the two characters, and not as the show's writers and producers taking a cheap shot at Swift. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and stick around for more about Taylor Swift. In a comedy bit during the 2013 Golden Globe Awards monologue, comedian Tina Fey quipped that Taylor Swift should avoid Michael J. Fox's son, to which her co-host Amy Poehler responded she should instead go for it. Taking another jab at the superstar, Fey suggested that Swift take some me time to find out about herself. Though the timing was apparently unintentional, it brings to mind Swift's reaction to making her dating life the subject of parody. A couple of months later, when responding to that bit of dialogue in Vanity Fair, Taylor Swift mentioned the remark credited to television journalist Katie Couric that there's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. Swift then elaborated by saying that for a female to write about her feelings and then be portrayed as some clingy, insane, desperate girlfriend in need of making you marry her and have her babies is taking something to be celebrated and twisting it into something that's sexist. Taylor Swift countersues as amusement park lawsuit heats up. Taylor recently knocked her fans out with the release of her studio album, Evermore, which she wrote while in quarantine. Following the release of the album, a theme park in Pleasant Grove, Utah, filed a lawsuit against her for using their Evermore trademarked name. It's been a few weeks since the park made the lawsuit public, and a compelling development has intensified things. Taylor Swift's management has made the decision to file a countersuit against Evermore Park, saying the park has been intentionally using her music without her permission or acquiring the proper licensing. The claim is that Evermore Park has been playing and performing Swift's music for over a year without permission, despite the fact that performing rights group BMI has sent numerous notices to Evermore Park, including drafts of music license agreements with the songs it has been using. Evermore Park is also reportedly committing copyright violations, playing music by other artists as well, including Katy Perry, The Beatles, Billy Joel, Britney Spears, and others. Swift's attorneys are asking for the court to order the park to pay damages and be permanently forbidden from playing her music. Her legal team is asking for a jury trial and is characterizing Evermore Park's lawsuit as a worthless trademark claim. Swift's legal team is working hard, fighting for her rights to have as much ownership over her work as the law allows. Rescheduling of Loverfest shows is now canceled. Taylor has made formal what most fans had seen coming, that the small number of Loverfest shows she was scheduled to perform in 2020 won't happen in 2021 as well. First announced almost a year and a half ago, the Loverfest events were to have represented a mini-tour with just 4 shows. In April 2020, Swift made the announcement she was postponing the shows scheduled originally in June and August to support Lover, her 7th album, due to concerns over safety from COVID. The shows Loverfest East in Foxborough, Massachusetts, and Loverfest West in LA are now canceled indefinitely. While ticket refunds have been available to fans since the postponement was announced, many held on to their tickets in the hope the shows would be rescheduled. Swift indicated the pandemic changed everyone's plans and no one knows what the touring outlook will look like in the near future. Swift also posted on her Instagram story, quote, "I'm so disappointed I won't be able to see you in person as soon as I wanted to. I miss you terribly and can't wait till we can all safely be at shows together again." The announcement was expected, though, as virtually no one in the music industry is seeing COVID vaccinations ramping up sufficiently enough to allow any superstar to spend the months necessary to plan and put on summer stadium productions. Live Nation CEO Michael Rapino expressed optimism in an earnings call recently that concerts could resume as early as mid-summer. However, it's unlikely that would happen at the level of theatrical production Swift's fans are used to enjoying. Swift might likely have artistic reasons for wanting to finally put the Loverfest shows to rest, even in the unlikely event that full stadium shows become possible later this year. Since the Lover album came out in 2019, she's since released 2 albums in 2020, both of which were recorded in quarantine. Folklore and Evermore are the opposite of Lover in almost every way, especially in style, and it's difficult to imagine Swift holding on to her desire for touring behind Lover when her newer work represents a radical shift. How do you feel about Taylor Swift's tweets about Netflix and Ginny Georgia, or the Evermore lawsuit? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.